It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Can you believe you can buy a 1 1/16 crossbar wrench at Walmart? Okay! We walked to Walmart. What the hell over there? And we bought a lug wrench. You saw that, right? The reason I'm telling you about it is because we were at the cash. And we're there buying 3 cases of beer and a lug wrench in the middle of the night in the United States. We thought our purchase was odd. The guy behind us, he put down on the track there a Slayer CD and a whole box of KY jelly. We felt like we were pretty much straight up after that.
Our Big G's topping up our fluids. Seems we do a lot of this weekend. But we're way ahead of where we were yesterday, no doubt about it. We're still losing a little oil, probably out around the oil filter, and we're still losing a little antifreeze, and we don't know where that's coming from, but every time we open the hood, the entire inside of the engine bay is green and slimy. But we've had another good breakfast. It's a beautiful day. We're heading back to Bruce's to get to the trailhead. We have some valves to adjust, carburetor to fix, a tire to fix, a few other things to do before we can actually hit the trail, but we'll see what we get done, otherwise we're just going out.
Well, the Riverport Rovers come to Maine, and we're off-roading. It took a while, and we're really not sure we're going to make it because we're still gushing air and water out of the rad. Well, there's a lot of oil coming out the bottom too, and doesn't idle, stalls a lot. If I don't flick this switch, every time the revs get down above 1,000 RPM, the motor stops dead. But we're off-roading and we're having a great time. And Nick's out with his truck, first time he's ever had to go. Hey, that's my Red Bull. Oops, bleepity bleep. Beep. And we're gonna see how this goes. Cheers.
That's the way it starts with an earthquake, birds, snakes, and aeroplanes. Lenny Bruce is not afraid.
Okay, hey, the Riverport Rovers are actually used to someone else. We have brought our gas can to aid this fine yellow truck. All right, we're on the trail. We're having a great day, really. Nick's truck's running great. We're stopped for lunch. Got the dogs going on the barbecue. We're in good shape. We are having a little trouble with one of the Series 1s though. Q's yellow Series 1 is giving us a little grief, but it's just an opportunity to have lunch. I think it's just great. So how are we doing with those dogs, Nick? Are they ready?
Oh, the dogs are coming along great.
Nick's sure don't sleep. Talk to you soon. Alright, well after about 3 hours sorting out one of the problems with one of the trucks, we're back on the road. We've had to turn all the trucks around in the opposite direction because it's so late we can't do the trail. And we couldn't really move the lead truck to the other end, so Bruce, who was in this truck, this is Timbits, has gone to ride with Nick and Pat, and I'm driving Timbits, Bruce's Series 1 tractor basically, which has no heat and no brakes at all. Not 5-pump brakes, not 20-pump brakes, no brakes. But I'm sure we can cope with that. Come with me, Nick?
Yeah.
All right. Nick, this truck has no brakes at all. You're gonna hold the handle up. You're gonna hold the handle up as you close it.
Stick my foot out the door.
Why does the seat box bend when you close the door? I don't understand.
All right, see you later. This could be fun.
Okay, it's going from bad to worse. I'm giggling, but the truth is we just threw a rod on Nick's truck. Well, it's not thrown yet. It's not gone yet. It hasn't punched a hole in the side of the engine yet, says Q. But we have to come through, well, we have to come through this. And, oh my goodness, it's getting late. We're all getting cold. We have to drive 1,100 kilometers to Nova Scotia. So, I think it looks like an engine swap tonight. Bill Calocha and his big 109, lockers both ends. He should be home free. Let's go! Alright, that was pretty good. Pretty good. We should have no trouble. Here comes Timbits. Okay.
That's it. Take it easy, come out of the hole, because you can crawl right out of that hole. And now our delightful broken truck.
I'm open for all the free beer available this evening.
Okay, Patrick's driving. We're going to do just fine.
You're buying the pizza so we can all swap the engine, right?
Slow, slow, slow. Oh, Patrick, good man, good man.
Okay.
It's late.
Just looking for the mud hole.
The mud hole is starting to freeze up. Actually, it's not a mud hole, it's a deep, deep slush hole. I don't know if you can see it beyond me here. This isn't even the worst of it. This is nothing over here. It's down there. But we can't walk down there because the snow is 4 feet deep and our legs keep breaking over the wrong way. But the first truck, which was with a big chained up rear disco, took what, an hour and a half, 2 hours to get through?
20 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Q says 20 minutes.
20 minutes. You know what the hell?
And followed up by Bill Colocha in his 109, who walked right through. So we're feeling pretty good right now, because if we could get out of here, you know, before midnight, we'd be good. We're kind of hoping John Cranfield's at the trailhead with pizza. Any chance of that, John?
Remember that?
Oh, that was great.
John that year.
Except I was the last truck off the trail and the pizza was long gone. But
Tell him about a motor.
Came back with
okay, so, but you know, the really good news tonight is poor old truck's throwing a rod bearing. Well, the rod bearing is pretty much finished. And we're probably chewing away at the throw on the crankshaft now. And we're trying to drive it as gently as we can, hoping that we might actually get it off the trail before something catastrophic happens. How we figured out how we're going to get the Riverport Rovers home to Riverport, we got nothing on that yet. Anyway, thanks Patrick. Tidying up to go down to the restaurant. All my greasy sweater here all gone.
Oh,
back there now.
Oh, you had a drop off.
So anyway, we're debating ideas how we're going to get ourselves and Nick's truck back to Riverport.
I just want to go home.
Mom.
So the options are take a motor out or something here. Bruce has offered the engine out of Timshall, which is really a very generous thing after he's been so generous already this weekend. But that means bringing Timshall into the shop, taking the engine out of Timshall, taking the engine out of Nick's truck, putting the engine back. I mean, it's a lot of work for an unknown. Plus, then we're beholden to bring that engine back and all that. So the other option is just buy a truck here and tow it home, sell the truck in Nova Scotia. But Bill Colocha, always sharp, sage, wise man that he is, proposed that just call CAA, or AAA, it's called here in the United States. Get the 300-mile tow to the border, rattle across the border, and call CAA, which hopefully doesn't have the same database and doesn't know we've just had a tow, and tow up to Tony. So Tony, if you're watching, we're on our way. See you later. Good evening. The consensus is we're hanging out with the real hot Waterville. All right, well, we're off to Bruce's after a couple of drinks and some extraordinarily expensive lamb at the where did we eat there?
That was the Bread Box Cafe.
At the Bread Box Cafe. As soon as we cross the bridge, we'll go left again. And Bruce's this bridge. We're on a bridge now. And Bruce has suggested that it is absolutely the only way to go to swap the engine in from Timshall tonight. The good news is it's not in Timshall. We were all afraid we were going to have to drag Timshall out of the snowbank right here and make that swap. But anyway, so that's what we're off to do. We've even managed to snag a few of the more significant and important assistance on this. Neil's going to hang around with us for a little while. Okay. If you look around me, you'll see that the Riverport Rover is in pieces again. We had a little bit of a problem on the trail today. Actually, it wasn't a problem on the trail. It was a problem that was probably inherent in the motor, but it started to knock really bad. One of the conrod bearings is pretty much clunking so loud it's about to punch through the side of the engine. We looked at the options. We figured, you know, I don't know, leave it here, take the bus home, buy a truck, tow it home. But powers that be suggested that we swap in a motor that was available, that was lying around. This is it over here. It was in a box when we got here. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're swapping another motor into the truck because this motor is never going to make it home.